have dissed this man as in, being a quarterback. And, number one thing I've always said is a quarterback, a team's stats, I don't think, or quarterback stats at the end of the day won't matter as much if you're not winning. So, I have a lot of praise for Jimmy G, of course, because he's had a really good year anyways. But I know people are going to say, oh, it's because the team has around him. But he's still not a bad quarterback. He is still a really good quarterback. But, again, he's surrounded by a great roster. His stats may not look the greatest, but he's still winning. So, does it really matter, right? What are your thoughts on Jimmy G, man?
Yeah, I think he's done a good job. He's been serviceable for San Francisco. He's had up and down years. This seems to be one of those up years, despite the slow start to the season. Last night with the 4-touchdown game, probably one of his best starts, if not his best start since 2017 when he played Houston in, I think it was week 16 during his 5-game run with the Niners that got him that big contract. Again, you look at this team around him, which is, you can't ignore it. And you gotta be, if you gotta think if Jimmy G wasn't injured in 2020 or in 2018, you don't have those guys on the defense that can just go crazy. You have Nick Bosa from the 2019 draft. I don't remember who they picked in 2021.
They picked.
They picked Trey Lance, right? I know that. Was that Trey Lance? Yeah, that was 21, wasn't it?
Trey Lance's trade was horrible, for the 49ers. But, it kind of went to a point of, man, they're still elite despite missing that pick so far, right? And I'll be honest, no matter what Trey Lance does, I think he will always be labeled as a bad pick in terms of what they lost, because what the other team picked up from that trade, it's just too much to say, oh, yeah, no. Because to have guys like Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill come from that trade, and even Bradley Chubb, who just came from that trade, I think, no matter what Trey Lance does, I mean, unless you're winning, 5-6 Super Bowls, sure, but, again, yes, Jimmy G is a very capable quarterback to go win, and I think he's proven that. Man, but that roster around him, you can't deny it, man. They have a top 10 back, a top 10 wide receiver in Deebo Samuel, a top 3 tight end in George Kittle, and then probably the best left tackle of the past 5 years in Trent Williams, all in a very good system under Kyle Shanahan. Now the question remains, can they finish it off with a win? And I'll be honest, right now, I would say right now, if I had to choose my favorite coming from the NFC, it's the 49ers. It's without a doubt. Until a team can prove that they can stop this roster, because seriously, when you have an elite running back, wide receiver, and tight end who are all staying healthy, if those all three stay healthy, and then you have that elite, running back or running system with even having Elijah Mitchell back there, they've always been known as a gritty, hardcore team in the playoffs. This is going to be the year that if they're healthy enough, they might finish the job and win the Super Bowl.